Hello People's East, how are you doing? Welcome back to video 29. This video 29 has related information to video 28, 30, 70 and 79 as well, so we can watch them. We are going to discuss since ancient time, how leadership has evolved. That's the story. Okay? Come on. Let's go quickly into the subject right now. Alright? Hello, people sees. People of concepts, courage, conviction, concepts. Yes? Welcome back. Here's my contact update. Quick look. Mobile number 7200094474. 7200094474. My email contact, come to sameplace@gmail.com. Please send messages, no calls. I won't be able to attend your calls because I won't be available all the time to attend it. Therefore, kindly use this updated information. Thank you very much. As usual, you are giving support to me and visiting my Come to Same Place every time video channel. Thanks for coming. Keep learning. This is the learning platform. You can learn it. Please send your questions and I will answer you. Okay? Wish you all the best and keep learning. Good luck. Ancient era leadership. Leadership in ancient times was rooted in authority. It was rooted in authority. Born to lead behavior. Only kings, emperors, and generals were considered as superior. Those days, hierarchy, and at times unqualified. What does it mean? Those kings, those emperors, those generals were coming from the same family, hierarchy. And some leaders were excellent, probably, and most of the times they were unqualified. Okay? Even today that happens. In our current situation, this happens. Hierarchical leadership always fails. Not always fails. Most of the time it fails. Those days power came from military conquest. Yeah? And controlling the related resources. That military experience and the controlling power of resources qualify a leader as a leader. What were the leaders said those days? That is the law. Everyone should follow. Now we have democracy. Today we have democracy. In the name of democracy, we have even now today hierarchical leadership, family leadership. Politicians come from the family. even in organizations, big organizations. Father, who created one organization, say some 60 years ago? It is taken over by his son. And then his son happens. Big organizations. It's okay for big organizations, but political organizations, government, sometimes, most of the time, it fails. It creates corruption. Yeah? In the name of democracy, corruption. Right, let's not go into that detail. We talk about the organizations. So those days, power came from military conquest and control of resources. What are those leaders said? For example, 300 years ago, Mughals were ruling India. Yeah? Then came British, slowly changed over. That's what happened in India. In ancient era, leaders' words were the laws. Success depended on the loyalty and obedience. Obedience. Leaders were worshipped those days, admired. Right? He is the very good leaders were admired. Really. From the bottom of the heart. Cruel leaders were admired as well. Not from the bottom of the heart, but if they don't admire, they will be killed. This era equated leadership with dominance. Whoever is dominated, whoever is capable of dominating people, they rule the country. Slowly it improved one era after 1 year, 19th century. And before was this. Even before, long back, ancient era. Even before 19th centuries. Okay? But slowly it's a foundation for later theories. People researched why this has happened, how it has happened, how things changed. They researched and found, gave very many theories behind this. Okay? Let's move on and learn. See what happened. First is ancient era, leadership. Ancient era, leadership. Let's move on. 19th century leadership. What was it? Leadership was seen as innate. People change their mind. Little bit change. It is inborn. Leadership quality is inborn. That's what people started thinking. The great theory, the great man theory, claimed leaders were born, not made. Still that belief was there. I'm sorry. Leaders were born, not made. Scholars attempted to identify common traits among the leaders. Some scholars, okay, Let's see, he was a leader within this period. So many leaders were there. What were the common qualities they had to qualify themselves as leader? Some people thought in these lines, and some scholars found that traits, their characters, their behaviors explained the success of those leaders. Slowly, they got into the details, these kind of details, but nobody accepted it. Change cannot come like that overnight, Nobody accepted. They had such research, and during those days itself, during 19th century itself, some people, some brainy chaps, what's the common thing? Oh, look, some traits they had. Okay, they do so. That's all. That's all they could do. Even then, leaders still viewed as rare and exceptional. Ordinary people were not considered capable of leading. That was the belief. They didn't change the belief yet. But the thought came, ordinary people are not considered capable. Only people of those families, these families, they are capable. So during those research also, they concluded leadership could not be taught. It's not possible to teach leadership. It is innate. It is born with them. That was the great man theory. Later, what happened? Trait theory expanded the idea. What? Some common traits, similar characters, similar behaviors, similar basic qualities were making leaders. It started beginning of 19th century. Later, the theory expanded. Right? Okay, we had some qualities. Can we measure these qualities? Can we measure? Do they have measurable attributes, measurable possibilities, measuring possibilities? Do they have it in those traits, behaviors, even if it is innate, in those innate qualities? Is it measurable? They took something, some particular um, qualities like confidence, honesty, determination. These were taken for samples. Then slowly the focus turned into behavior, from behavior, traits, the focus transferred into personality. A person's personality is what? A person's stable innate qualities, traits, right? Which are transforming them, their behaviors, their observed actions. These These are driven by those persons themselves. These are driven by those persons themselves. So it was understood, if you want to become a leader, the personality part of the person plays a role, more role in becoming a leader. Personality will have a lot of traits capable of transforming himself, his behaviors, and other actions. Those actions will exhibit his capability, his quality, the innate quality, innate inborn quality. These are driving the personality. They came into such conclusion. Leaders, military from military, authority, leading people by keeping them under fear. And then it was Great Mean Theory came, and people do some research. And then what comes? Can it be leadership? Can it be taught? Not sure. Then, after that later part of 19th century, is there any measurable thing in this leadership? Yes, they found some measurable things. What are those? Confidence, honesty, determination, are those qualities. And these innate qualities are related to, getting related to personality, personality driven. This is what in 19th century. What happened later? What happened later? Late 20th century, transactional versus transforming. Transactional versus transformative. Wow. Two major styles emerged in this later part of 20th century. Two major styles. Transactional leadership focused on rewards and penalties to motivate, kind of authoritative. Rewards and penalties, transactional leadership. If you are good to the leadership and the organization, you will be rewarded. If you are not up to the mark, not really penalties today, not really penalties. The people who are getting rewarded will move to the fast track of becoming a leader. They will get into the fast track. Others, they will be trained. The penalty may be his performance appraisal may not be good because his performance is not good. Penalty may be he will not get promotion. he will not be recognized. Take it that way, penalty means. But 5% of such people among the 100 may be checked out of the organization. That's also there. That we can take as punishment. This is transactional leadership. What is transformational leadership? It emphasizes on vision of the leaders. This leadership, visionary leadership, they inspire people. They lead and inspire their employees emotionally. Emotional intelligence. They had emotional intelligence. They motivated through purpose and meaning. Why this organization exists? Why you guys, employees, are existing in this organization? What is the bridge between your purpose and the organization's purpose? Where is the bridge? The bridge is the vision. The bridge is the culture. The bridge is the context. Yes. It cannot differ. Your vision. Say for example, supervisor's vision cannot be different to the department leader's vision. Department leader vision cannot be different to his senior leader's vision. The vision is given as direction by the chief of the organization, and everything should align for the benefit of the people grow and the organization will grow. And therefore leaders are where learning how to impress, inspire the employees emotionally. They developed emotional intelligence. They become more self-aware of themselves. They understand how they empathize people. They understood what is compassion. Yes, slowly it developed in the late 20th century. So, a charismatic leader must be able to inspire. As simple as that. If you're really charismatic, you will inspire people and they will follow. They will walk the direction shown by the charismatic leader. That leader shows the way and also walks the way. The employees follow the path. That is the late 20th century. And these leaders, created leaders, the inspirational, transformational leaders, they were able to transform employees into leaders, transformational leaders. They created leaders. In this process, why they create a leader? The employees who fit to be a leader were transformed into leaders, and they were ready to do anything for the organization. Any amount of work, they are ready to put their mind not only in their job, what could be done better. They were inspired, motivated to that level. What could be done for the better of my company? They started thinking in a way to direction, creative direction. And they were valued because such people who were found fit to be future leaders, they did not have the fear of getting punished if they go wrong while they are doing, applying their mind and doing kind of innovative things, think in different directions, get into the details of the daily job and understanding what could be done better. We are doing this for the past 10, 15 years the same way. Why don't we change our way of doing? Why shouldn't we change the way? So far, till yesterday, this was the practice, best practice, no doubt. Is there any better practice than the best practice? Get into the details. They did not have fear. They were encouraged, inspired, motivated. Because they didn't fear, because they didn't have the fear of punishment, they had some kind of psychological safety. Oh, come on, let's go and try. These transformational leaders are accountable people. That is why created leaders were able to do innovation. Accountable means what? Owning the results of an activity. When credit comes, give it to the people who did it. Then it didn't work and fails. Taking the responsibility on his or her head. Don't worry, I'll take care. I'll make it all right. When you win, come on, let's go and celebrate. Book a dinner for tonight. Let's celebrate. That was the kind of leadership now in later part of 20th century. Transformational leader built trust. They created shared goals. Of course, they created shared goals, aligning with the organization goals. The organization goals were shared according to the level, position of the people. Everyone from department leader to the floor operator, laboratory operator, technicians, maintenance, you name it, any function, customer care, logistics, research and development, everywhere. goals were shared means cross-functional department. For example, operations department talked to the research and development department. Operation, manufacturing department talked to the logistics, talked to the quality assurance and quality control, talked to the maintenance department, talked to the warehouse for the availability of resources. Get together, meet often, better discuss, sharing the goals to achieve the goal of the organization right on the first time and every time, right on the first time, every time, to become a low-cost, most preferred supplier. See, this is how it has evolved. Both transformational and transactional were useful. One complement the other. This leadership, transformational and transactional, kind of dual nature. That they share they are the what do you say? Coins. There's one coin. One side is transactional. The other side of the same coin is transformational. They complement each other. So, late 20th century, said inspiration is important, motivation is important, vision is important. Organizations, they started creating their own culture that suits to them without losing the value, without losing the visionary goals. Right? That is late 20th century. What happened in 21st century? What happened in 21st century? Knowledge-based organizations evolved. Which means leadership became more collaborative. Leaders started focusing on empathy, employees, and community. They focused on the empathy, the employees, and community. Teams started doing shared decision making. They become more collaborative, help each other, discuss them before the team decides final decision, brainstorm. That's kind of behavior in 21st century. And outside, rapid technological changes. This side, that side, everywhere rapid changes of technology. Technology technological development. Somebody said global standardization. What is that? Global standardization. People fix globally some standards, ISO 9000, ISO 14000, ISO 18000. So, this century started creating adaptive leaders. Not only transactional, not only transformational, they should be adaptive for these kind of changes. Yeah. 21st century, adaptive leaders. And they are adaptive is closely related to flexibility. More flexible leaders in order to win the game. Flexible to win the game. To synergize. And these adaptive leaders always navigate outside. What's happening outside? What is the market change? What's the customer need now? What special technological innovation has been introduced in the market? How our business gets affected by those changes. Therefore, these leaders they must be change champions. Adaptive leaders, apart from being flexibility, they should be champions of change. Because it not only changes the customer need, it also changed the responsibility towards the society. The standards, ISO 9000, 18000, 14000, they're all also insisting on corporate responsibility, government responsibility. They have to conform to the requirements of the government, the society. So the organizational leadership also slowly turned into corporate leadership. Therefore, organizations have to become more knowledge-based. Organization has to be more cultured, more ethical, more vision focused for the organization, and also for the corporate responsibility. People focused inside, society focused outside. So what happened? Those hierarchies now. What happened? It got flattened. It got flattened. The employees seek purpose. Nowadays, why should I exist in this organization? They seek purpose. They are growth oriented. How can I grow in this organization faster? So in this process, leaders in the change management process, leaders not only adapt to, but they started becoming facilitators, mentors, mentoring through emotional intelligence. All right, that is 21st century till today. What is beyond 26? What is beyond 26? Can anyone say anything? How will you sustain beyond 26? What is going to strength of continuing to stay in the market beyond 26? 2026 is going today. AI adoption, AI adoption. If you want to sustain in the marketplace, this is going to affect AI assisted manufacturing. Not only manufacturing organizations, but also all kinds of industries, including hospitals, financial establishments, you name it, they will get affected beyond 2026 AI adoption. Enterprise AI adoption has shifted from innovation to business necessity. Today, no one has realized it yet. Probably people are slowly realizing adoption of AI is no more a choice. It has become a necessity. It will become very soon. Because AI is seen, artificial intelligence is seen through the lens of speed, efficiency, through the lens of speed, efficiency, survival, scalability, competitiveness. If you don't wear this lens, sustaining in the market is difficult. That's the message. AI, organizations delaying AI will fall behind. Fall behind. While they decide how to use, while they decide taking little time to how to use in production, they think too much, delay too much, they fall behind. Right? An AI-driven organization, they have to change their mindset and culture, not the AI tools alone. Because future ready from today, future ready within 2 years, it is not only the tool the AI is going to play the part, but the human expertise is going to play to make decisions. The making these decisions could become faster because AI will help you. It's a tool, but it cannot decide. Remember, AI is always reactive. But human intelligence is capable of doing decisions. It is better, human intelligence has better ability to predict things. AI will predict to the extent how you have taught the AI, what kind of information you have given to AI, what kind of patterns and variations on one single information you have given to the AI. Based on these informations, AI could give you or could help you as a tool to make your decisions faster. That is true. But decisions should be made by human intelligence because every decision has to be taken emotionally. Customer service, HR, more emotional. Stakeholders, emotions involved. Okay. So it depends. AI is a tool that makes you to get to decide first. But AI will not be allowed, should not be allowed to decide on behalf of you. Okay? People think if I get an AI software, plug it in, that's it. It takes every responsibility. No, that's not going to happen. That will not happen, that should not happen, that should not be allowed to happen. Yeah? That should not be allowed to happen. Leadership, workforce readiness and responsible AI governance. Leadership, workforce readiness and responsible AI governance becomes strategic priorities. It is becoming strategic priorities slowly, and very soon it is going to be the most important strategic priority. Who decide? The policy makers of an organization. They will decide how best we can use this AI to sustain the market, to overcome our competitors. All right? Organizations that adapt AI early will build stronger, sustainable growth. now maximum 5 years. Sustainability depends on AI-driven operations, right? Okay, we'll see a comparison. Whatever we discussed in this um, video, we'll see a comparison table that will give you hands-on information. All right, let's go to it. It is ancient, it is era versus aspects. What happened? I will go just go quickly because we have discussed this already. Ancient era, leadership rooted in authority, born to lead behavior. Powers came from military conquest. The leader's word was the law. Leaders were worshipped. 19th century, leadership was seen as innate. Common traits among leaders were believed for success. People believed, or scholars believed, there were some common traits. But still they believed leadership could not be taught. This prevailed even in 19th century. Some people, what are the measurable traits, attributes that are common in the leadership? They listed them, that's all. In mid-20th century, focus shifted to action. Okay. Task-oriented and people-oriented styles. And leaders, they believe leaders should be trained. It came up. It evolved. Leadership depends on circumstances. This was ensured. It became dynamic. So leadership changes with circumstances. Therefore, leadership is dynamic. Mid-20th century, that was. In late 20th century, two leadership, transactional and transformational. They are the sides, two sides of the same coin, complement each other. But the transactional leadership maintained order. Penalties and rewards. It maintained the order in the organization. Leaders created leaders in transformational leadership, built trust, created shared goal, innovation, and creativity were valued. They built trust, they created shared goals, innovation, and creativity. They became more creative, and they are valued. Organizations were able to create the culture depending on these two leaderships, transactional and transformational. In 21st century, adaptive leaders evolved, more knowledge-based organizations evolved, hierarchy, not from starting from at the top. No, now it got flattened. 21st century. Beyond 26, do you know what it is? AI is no more option, necessity. AI, the more you delay AI, you will fall behind. AI is just a tool. Future readiness combined the expertise of the human brilliance and the AI intelligence, artificial intelligence. Both together will sustain your existence in the future market. All right? Shall we finish here? The evolution of the historical evolution of the leadership. How did you like it? Just send message to my new what? New phone number, updated phone number I've given, updated email address I've given. Send me a message. Just you can ask questions. I'll reply. Not a big deal. But please don't call. With that request, thank you very much for your presence. Thank you very much for your presence. See you. Bye-bye. Ta-da. Enjoy learning. See you with another interesting topic. Shall we discuss business ethics? Shall we? Okay, we'll discuss business ethics. That's a long subject as well. Okay, with that, I close this video. Thank you very much again. Enjoy your learning. Please keep coming to Sameplace every time. Learn more.